Hi everybody, this is Celeste. I'm a Nationally Certified Interventionist, and you guessed it, we're here for Mondays with Miley, and I'm very excited about this episode of Mondays with Miley, because we're going to be talking about something very, very important. And this was something I was thinking about a couple weeks ago, and why can't humans be more like dogs? And, I look at my Miley, and she's so simple, every day I get home from work, she's super happy to see me. Her little tail's just going. How many people do you know that are happy to see you every time they see you, look at her tail. Look at her tail. It's just going. She's so happy, and, she never judges me, I'm always singing around the house, and I'm a terrible singer, and I'm not exaggerating or whatever, but I'm not exaggerating. I'm the world's worst singer. And I sing to her all the time. I'm always singing like love songs to her, and she's always like, oh mom, yeah, you're singing so good. Where do you get love like this? She's just so excited. She's so happy to see me, She never judges my singing. She just loves me unconditionally, no matter what I say and do, And I know I said this before, but sometimes, and she's the type of dog that always has to be where I am. And, if I'm opening a cabinet, she's got to be like right in there. And, she's trying to help. She's just trying to be part of it. And, unfortunately, sometimes it's the complete opposite of helpful. And sometimes I'm like, Miley, really? And, even if I'm a little impatient, she never judges me. She loves me anyway. She doesn't judge me. She's so forgiving, if I am a little impatient one day. And look at her. Where do you get this kind of excitement? Why can't people be this excited about life? And, she never complains about my cooking. She gets the same meal every day. She never complains. She's always just happy about my cooking that I feed her, and she's just, dogs are so simple in life. Like, all they need is food, water, shelter, some playtime, and love. Like, that's all they want in life, is to be loved. And, as long as they're fed and watered and housed and have a place to, go to the bathroom, they're happy, man. Like, how many people can say that? Like, how many people are happy with just, food, water, shelter, a place to pee, going out and playing at the dog park? Like, something as simple as going to the dog park. Like, she just loses her mind. She's so happy, and they just love unconditionally no matter what. Like, even, you hear about dogs that get beaten up, and they still love their people, right? Even if they're being beaten up or whatever, like, they just love you no matter what. Like, even if you're a complete jerk face like that. And, I'm so lucky to have Miley, and she always gives me that look with her puppy dog eyes, and she loves her cuddles, and she's such a blessing, and just having that unconditional love in my life, it's something so special. And, dogs just keep it simple, and they don't hold grudges, right? So, even if, I am impatient with her one day. I mean, we're all human, it happens, and sometimes I'm like, Miley, damn it, she doesn't hold a grudge. She's just like, oh, Mom, I know you didn't mean it. And she forgives me, and tries to knock the phone out of my hand. She's so cute, like, she doesn't hold grudges, she doesn't hold resentment. She still just loves no matter what, and, I try to make sure that, those moments where I do want to be impatient, I'm like, she just wants to be part of my life. She wants to be part of the pack, and she wants to know what I'm doing, right? She's just there because she loves me. And, that always just puts things into perspective is, I'm her world, right? Because, she has other friends, and she goes to the dog park. She has her people friends and her dog friends and people that she loves. But, for the most part, I'm her, she relies on me for everything, right? For vet care and getting, fed and taken care of. Like, she's so dependent, right? And, so I think that's such a big responsibility, is to make sure that, you're treating them with that respect. Like, they're so vulnerable, and, I wish that people could treat one another the same way dogs treat us, right? With that unconditional love and forgiveness, and, not holding resentments, and always being happy to see you. And, we're all human, and we all have bad days, go into the office and we're, maybe upset about something that, went on at home, or we get home and we're upset with our partner or our family or our kids or our dog about something that happened at work, and, it's not their fault, and, I think it's just such a good lesson that dogs teach us, is to, be more like them, right? With that unconditional love and forgiveness, and just keeping it simple, right? Just, they have very few needs in life, and they're happy with it, right? And I think that's such a good lesson too, is that, a lot of times too, we get so caught up in the rat race and trying to keep up with the Joneses, or whatever you want to call it, that, sometimes we forget to be happy with what we have, right? And, Miley's just, she had her dinner and she was happy with that, and she's working on a bone right now, and it's something so simple, and she's just loving life, right? And, why can't we be more like that? Being happy with where we are and what we have. And, we might not be rich, but, if we've got food in our bellies and a roof over our head, and heat this time of year, and a bed to sleep in, remembering to be happy in those moments. And, I look at Miley, and she gets so much joy out of life. Like, even just a minute ago, she was just so excited about life, and being exactly where she is, and being present, and loving it, right? And, I aim to be more like my dog. There's Miley. She just wants to be in on everything. There's my Miley. Okay? So, it's a good reminder to us to be happy with the simple things, and to love with all your heart, and forgive, not hold on to resentments, and just being happy where you're at, and being present, enjoying the moments. So that's our Mondays with Miley for today. And as you could see, Miley was super excited to be here, and I was super excited to talk about this today, because it's such a good lesson, is that, be more like your dog. Dogs are awesome. There's a reason why so many of us have such a great relationship with our dogs, because, unfortunately, we're in a society where we're very disconnected, especially now with COVID, and I think that's very much accentuated now. I've lived in neighborhoods where, you all drive into your complex and go into your garage, and you don't even see your neighbor. And I lived next door to one guy for a year, and I didn't even realize he'd moved in. And, that's the disconnect in our world. And it's kind of accentuated right now with COVID. And I think that's why so many people these days have dogs and are so connected with their dogs, because they get that sense of unconditional love and forgiveness and acceptance. And, I think it fills a gap of that social disconnection that we have in our world right now. And it's just the unfortunate reality of the way things are. And, and I know it's hard to make any kinds of changes now with social distancing and COVID, but, even making that effort to do FaceTime or phone calls, call somebody that you care about, and, or, connect with somebody you haven't connected with in a long time. And, I think there is such an effort, we need to make more of that effort to be connected, right? So that we can have those feelings of unconditional acceptance and love in our society, rather than acting out towards each other because of anxiety. And I see a lot of that right now too, people. I think even before COVID, but I think it's more accentuated now with COVID, that people are living in such anxiety that, small things become, such an anxiety-inducing thing, and it triggers anxiety in people, and then people lash out at others, right, over something that should be a non-issue. So, I think dogs give us a very good lesson, and, they're pack animals, so they're very social, right, and that's a very important part of their life. And, I think even that's a lesson, is to stay connected with your pack and to love your pack, because your pack's going to have your back. And that rhymes. I'm a poet and I don't even know it. Yeah, your pack is going to have your back at the end of the day, but you also have to build those relationships with your pack, and make sure that your pack is strong and that you're connected and you know what's going on in each other's lives. So that's Monday with Miley, and she's keeping it simple right now. She's working on her bone. She's loving life. There's little Miley checking out. She's very excited to be here tonight and living her life. So have a good week, everybody, and we'll see you next Monday for another episode of Mondays with Miley. Be safe out there, everybody.